This is part 3 of my dyfs corruption case. To review my first one, you can go under Jasmine Sanchez 123456 to review my first video of corruption. So I'm going to continue where I left off at. Um, After requesting another permanency hearing, I was upset, and yes, I did. I had about enough of being played around with, and the judge made a decision because I yelled at her and I was upset, and I told the judge that she basically cannot do that without having reason of probable cause. They used the Bergen Regional report, even though despite it says that there was no evidence that I ever tried to commit suicide. There was evidence that I had a baby, but there was no evidence that I tried to commit suicide. They used that report to, oh my God, mysteriously get another permanency hearing. Okay? After getting another permanency hearing during this time, the division adequately still denied that I had a seizure disorder and still continues to maintain I did not have a seizure disorder. I did provide a letter from a neurologist, my current neurologist. They still dispute it yet, and he has the PhD, not them. Subsequently, we go to court. The division testifies that my kids are doing fine, but my kids are having difficulties in the foster care home that they're placed in. My two girls are together. My son is in a different place, but they still acknowledge that he's their brother and stuff like that. The division continues to lie, and the public defender's office sides with them. It got to the point where now I'm at this point in my case that I told my public defender I would fire him and I would like to represent myself. I feel like like they're violating my due process to my rights, and I'm gonna go on to explain why I feel this way. Because if I went to court and I lied in court, I'd be thrown in jail for perjury. They go to court, they lie in court, nothing happens. Okay? The DAG on my case, Joyce Booth, okay, continues to maintain I don't have a seizure disorder. Continues to maintain that the division, I guess, had no idea of the seizure disorder, but yet, meanwhile, they provide me assistance and would not give me my children back until my doctor came to court to testify I was A-OK 2.5 years ago to take care of my children. And I know that that's in the file as well. But mysteriously, they submit into evidence what they want. Coincidence? Perhaps. Okay, well, here's another thing, another lie that they have told. When the caseworker was asked under oath, how was my relationship with my children, she testified I couldn't testify to that because she didn't do the visits. She did the visits for 9 months with me and my children. How can she testify to that? This is a couple of their many lies that they have told. They also told the judge that I am a threat to myself. If I was, I wouldn't be out. I would be in a locked up place. Who even knows? During this 2-year period of time that my children were in the care of the Division of Youth and Family Services, the hotline service received 250 calls of an alleged baby in my house being abused. Subsequently, at the beginning, it led to 6 arrests, and then kicking in and breaking down my door. I told them if I was abusing a kid, I would have absolutely, in fact, have let them in my house. I wouldn't hide it, because if I'm a bad person, then I deserve it. But the fact of the matter is here, these calls have been coming in. This is what led to my children being removed. You would think that they would actually investigate it, but they didn't. They just came in, called the police, and dyfs is not allowed to use the police to gain entry into your home. Unless they can hear a baby visibly crying or they have probable cause to enter into your home. A hotline call, 90% of them are false. It has already been proven. Okay? Exes, spouses that want custody of the kids to show that these people are bad people. They get that all the time. When I asked them, I said to them, asked the police officers, they actually, on the first night that they came out and arrested me, they weren't even looking for me or a child that was in my care. They were looking for somebody else. They came back 3 hours later and said that I was this person. I showed the police officer my identification. It wasn't me. They weren't looking for me. However, they still mandated that I open my door. Wow. Really? Open my door when you're not looking for me? No, I don't think so. Because I don't have any children in my home. You guys took my 3 kids. They were still adamant I needed to. Subsequently, it led to my arrest. We, about a week later, another phone call. Subsequently, that led to my arrest as well. We went before the judge in the Jersey City Municipal Court. She threw the cases out. She found that there was no probable cause to enter into my home. Under the case law, it says that the division needs a court order to enter your home unless they can provide substantiated circumstances that the baby was crying and that they can hear a baby, or they found somebody that can hear a baby. In fact, they did talk to my neighbors who also testified that there was no baby in my home and that they've never seen me with a baby, other than my 3 other children at this time. Approximately after the judge told them, you cannot do this, you need a court order, about a month later they rearrested me again. Here we are, the 3rd time, being arrested. However, the law, they seem not to abide by. Okay, you don't want to abide by it, then we go another route, okay? After being before this judge on many occasions with dyfs, the dyfs worker decides that he doesn't want to take the stand. He fakes a heart attack. Gee, wonder why he don't want to take the stand. Could it be that he wasn't looking for me? Okay, that is the truth, that he wasn't looking for me and he did fake an actual heart attack. Told the judge that he was having chest pains, but he was out in the courtroom lobby on his cellular phone talking to his supervisor, which was documented under oath. Okay? After that, it subsequently led to 3 or 4 more other arrests, which led to a lawsuit being filed against the State Division of Youth and Family Services and against the Jersey City Police Department. Since then, there's been over 200 more calls that has come in of an alleged baby. Okay, really, they still have not provided any documentation or any proof that this alleged baby does exist at that time. However, I do have a court order for the kid that I have in Pennsylvania. I have sole legal custody of this kid. However, they decide that they just don't like the court order and they just think that they can just do whatever they want. I have a court order signed by a judge, signed by the father of the kid, who is currently incarcerated. He relinquished sole custody to me. So why is it that dyfs doesn't need to follow the law? Because they just think that they're better than everybody. In reality, they hire people that come out of high school. Some of them don't even got college education. Like my caseworker supervisor, she was a prostitute and on drugs. And yes, that's the truth, because the resource that I got it from was her drug and alcohol abuse counselor. No, she wasn't supposed to tell me that. But however, when learning about what was going on with me, saying I was using drugs, and I don't even have a history of drug abuse. I've taken drug tests for them and everything. My tests have come up negative. I don't have a history of that. Well, I've said all I got to say. You know, I vowed that I'm going to prove that these people have lied. And I wish people wish me luck, you know, because it's very important. These people go around stealing people's children for no good reason, you know. I think the only reason why they're requesting another permanency hearing is because we're suing them. Okay, I think it's spitefulness. I've been hit by a cop. I've been assaulted by the police because of this lawsuit. I've been dehumanized by the division because of this lawsuit. Every day this story changes. And I think that with us having a new judge, this judge just looks me in the face and just is like, okay. She believes everything she hears in her courtroom. But as everybody knows, the division does not always tell the truth. There is some cases that there is children that need to be removed and children that need to be secured. But in my case, I provided my kids with a loving home, a loving, stable home. They're using my history from when I was in the division against me. Well, I'll let you guys know how my lawsuit turned out because we should be starting depositions very soon in regards to it. I'll post another ad and I'll post this afterwards. I'll let you know how it made out. Thank you.